Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Badger Pack Sports. This is an exciting one. We're recording this Wednesday night, and that means game day tomorrow, Thursday, 8 Central. Going to talk about it with my co-host, as always, Justin Legal. Justin, how we doing?
I am ready. I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight, man. We've been waiting for this new era of. It feels like a new era, right? Luke Fickell's still in town in Tressel, but this Jeff Grimes offense, we're going to see it in action. Yeah. We have a bad taste in our mouths from the Minnesota game, and I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I have moments where I feel great, moments where, the riding a roller coaster. We're just riding this roller coaster as a fan base, and I'm pumped and ready to talk about this game for tomorrow night against Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, I've been waiting so long. It is. It's something new. It's like the physicality. Jeff Grimes coming in. It's like, is this the attitude era of Wisconsin? Bringing in Jeff Grimes about to get nasty. It's like, that's what I'm excited for.
I want nasty. I want physicality. I want offensive linemen pulling and laying the lumber on these undersized MAC players. And I want us to flex our muscle and show that we can put our foot down on people's throats. Like, that's the mentality I want from this team.
Yep, and going into that, let's kind of break down the offense here for the Wisconsin Badgers going against the Miami of Ohio defense. How are you feeling there?
I said this in the last episode. I think don't be surprised if we start off a little slow in offense. Okay, like, we got a new OC, new quarterback, new players all around. I would expect a couple drives for it to kind of click and get continuity. But I think what I want to see is us relying on running the football. Can we dominate the trenches, and can the offensive line create gaps and push around some of these smaller defensive linemen that we're going to see from Miami of Ohio? If we can win at the trenches, I really would feel pretty good. We can look at each of the positions, but I think that's going to decide if we're going to take control of this game or if we're going to make it interesting like we have in previous years with some of the smaller schools that we've played. Where are you at, Robbie?
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to be looking good here. This won't happen, but if they really wanted to show that Wisconsin's back, they wouldn't throw a single pass, on the first drive. They'd literally just run the ball and say, this is what we're going to do, stop us, because the only 300-plus pound guys that Miami of Ohio has on their defensive line are freshmen. So they ain't going to be ready for it. But no, we want to see Billy Edwards, but I think we can assert our will early on. Like, it might look choppy, it might not look the best, but we have the talent, and it's like our guys are seniors. Yeah, we got Emerson Mandel on the line, who's a freshman, but everyone around him is older. We got juniors and seniors on this team. It's like they got to show that they're Big Ten guys.
Yeah, I agree. And I think outside of the trenches, for me, it all comes down to Billy Edwards Jr. And I think a lot of the fan base feels it. Not so much of his performance. I mean, we expect him to have a decent completion percentage, make smart decisions, kind of manage the game. I think that's my expectation going in. But for me, it's really about, can he instill confidence? Can he lead this team? Can he be the leader that we've been told all offseason? He's been very vocal with the team and spending some time with the guys outside of practice, and people keep calling him a leader. It's like, now I want to see this on the field of him commanding the offense, picking up guys if they make a mistake, being that steady ship if things don't go right. I feel like in the past, the quarterback play has been so poor. We feel like the whole foundation crumbles. It's like Billy's job as the quarterback is to kind of be the guy to pick everybody up. As a fifth-year senior, I expect that out of him, and I think that will suit him well in Big Ten play if he can kind of be that guy that guides the ship and remains calm around chaos, and not lose us the game. We just want a quarterback that doesn't lose us the game. We're not looking for 300-yard passing games. It's like we'll take a 12 of 17 for 180 yards and 2 scores with no turnovers. We'll take that all day. Like, I think most Badger fans would say that's a solid outing for him, and we pound the ball with our three-headed monster in the backfield. So,
not this game though. Not this game. I'd be a little disappointed in that. Like, I want 250 with like 2 touchdowns from him.
I mean, sure. I'm just saying, like, if we're running the football, I mean, maybe his options are going to be limited, and hopefully, knock on wood, he's out of the game by the third quarter, and we see Danny O'Neal out there, and we don't need Billy to be throwing for 250 yards, because I'd much rather see our running game, kind of take control. But one question I have for you, Robbie, I think this is a fun little spin for the game. What's your bold prediction for the offense? Like, give me a bold prediction that you've just been thinking about. What's going to happen?
Ooh, bold prediction. Let's see. Chris Brooks gets a touchdown.
And that was a nice surprise to see on the depth chart. Yeah. Mine, I really think all three backs, Darren Dupree, Dylan Jones, Katie Akamele, are all going to go for 100 plus tomorrow night. Ooh. I really think that we are going to lean heavy. I mean, Fickell and the staff have heard all the chatter and complaints and run the football, and the hire of Jeff Grimes just showed that they're listening, and I think they're going to emphasize going back to Wisconsin football, going back to our roots. Yeah. So that is my bold prediction. Hope I'm right. Maybe we get Atuka some touches too, but I just feel really good about us attacking on the run game tomorrow night.
Yep. No, I think it'll be interesting to see how the tight ends get used. And I guess here's my other bold prediction. I think Tyrell Henry gets the ball. I don't know if you listened to the camp at all, but it's been interesting with them because they'll mention Tyrell Henry, and then they literally go, "But we can't talk about how he gets used because we're not supposed to talk about the scheme in which he's getting used." So I'm like, okay, so clearly they're using him in some type of gadget way or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see how he does.
Yeah, and he had a really good spring and a really good fall. And we had, Tretch had some injury issues during the offseason, so Tyrell Henry got a lot of opportunity. I think we should touch on one thing is injuries on the offense. Luke Fickell had his press conference. Couple positive nuggets, one not so good. We'll start with the not so good with Tucker Ashcraft. He is going to be out tomorrow, and it sounds like probably for the foreseeable future, he did not provide a timetable for his return, which doesn't surprise us. We know it sounded like his injury was not, or was probably more on the serious end, not season ending, but we expect him out for a couple games. And then Jake Renfro, really positive update there that it sounds like he's ready to rock and roll. He's going to play. And then the other injury that was kind of lingering was Billy Edwards in his knee, banged knees with somebody in practice a few weeks ago. Sounds like he might be wearing a brace. I assume they'll probably try him out in warm-ups tomorrow to see how he feels and make a decision there. But it sounds like there's no limited concern at that point. But health is going to be something that we really are praying for as a fan base, especially in the quarterback position.
Yeah, well, that's another time where it's like this offensive line's got to hold up. It's like I'm pretty sure they kind of showed last year they could hold up pretty well. The biggest thing was Braidlock couldn't throw over our offensive line and the defensive line, always getting the ball batted down. But yeah, no. And obviously with those injuries, I think that's why Chris Brooks is starting, because he's going to be an additional blocker. So I think that's going to be huge. But yeah, I say now we kind of switch. We're going to go the Badger defense against the Miami of Ohio offense. Just to start, this defensive line better come out to play. They got expectations, and I think they've heard it because the coaches have said it and the fans have said it. So it's not like they don't know. So they better be coming out hungry.
I mean, that's where we're all going to be putting our attention to is that front four. So where I'm looking at is a pass rush. I think Miami of Ohio is going to have to throw the ball to try to stay in the game. If it goes the way we're expecting it to go, they're going to have to throw the football. We have heard Mason Reiger's name rinsed and repeated all offseason. The transfer from Louisville had some major knee and leg injuries that he's been recovering for the last couple of years. NFL talent, that's what we've been told. Like he has all the makes to be an NFL player. I want to see the hype on the field. Like I can't think of the last amazing pass rusher we've had. I mean, I always think of like Nick Herbig and those guys. But it's like, there was a time as Badger fans where we felt good on 3rd and 8 that we're going to get a pass rush from somebody, whether it's on the edge or from the interior, that's going to come home. And man, watching that defense last year with the pass rush being so poor, that's where I want to put my focus outside of the front, the big boys up front trying to stop the run.
Oh yeah, no, definitely like size, speed wise, it's like this is kind of your biggest guy, kind of in that build sense, like an Andrew Van Ginkel, TJ Watt. Not saying he's that person, but that's like the build. Which then once Bobby April came in here, it's like I liked Bobby April, but I've never really been a fan of the 6'2" outside linebacker, 6'3". Always thought it was kind of small. Obviously, Nick Herbig, built different, was able to get it done. But I mean, you've just had a lot of those guys that come in and fail. It's like you're able to do it at high school, and then you get to the big boys in college, and it just doesn't work as well.
Right. And I would say that my last piece in the front four, I will say for the interior guys, you know, we looked at the depth chart. There was names that maybe didn't surprise us, but I think they only had to put so many names on there. But I feel good that there's about 5 to 6 guys that they can rotate with different body types, different skills, different types of specialties. Let's say, on running downs, passing downs. The biggest thing is they're going to stay fresh, and we could absorb an injury or two. I mean, we can't assume that these guys are going to stay healthy all year, so it's nice to have some multiplicity on the defensive front where we can rotate guys. And I think we transition from them to the linebackers is like if the defensive front plays the way they should, our studs in the middle, your boy Tackett being one of them, should be able to fly around and have an impact on the game.
Yeah, no, I think Tackett and Allegro are going to be able to eat this year. It's definitely going to be good to watch them. No, I think that actually the challenging thing for this game and the one that we'll probably be frustrated by the most, and it makes sense because we got some younger guys, but is going to be at corner. I mean, we got Rico there, but still, it's like Rico didn't have as good of a year last year. I think part of that is because, they weren't really throwing against him, and then it's like, so he got the ball thrown at him when those guys were open more. It's like I don't think they were really thrown into too tight of windows against him. But Miami of Ohio did bring in 2 transfer wide receivers, Darion Williamson and Deion Colzie. And I mean, both those guys are tall too. You're talking 6'3", 6'4". Maybe I won't even say his name, but that one cornerback who decided to drop out of college to re-enroll at another college down south. Maybe the other Miami, not of Ohio. So would have been nice to have him against these guys, but we don't. But no, it'll definitely be a good test for like Emilio Agard and Deanna Hill. So we're gonna see what they got on the outside.
Yeah, maybe a chance for some of these younger guys like Kairos Gaines. His name showed up on the depth chart as well.
Yep.
But yeah, the secondary, I feel good about the safeties with Austin Brown and Preston Zachman. But to your point, it's the corners. And I feel like that's where we play complementary football. Can our pass rush get home? Like the Rigers of the world, the Daryl Petersons, the Tyrese Fearburys. Yeah. If they can disrupt the quarterback, and I think we do need to talk about the quarterback for Miami too, is Dequan Finn. I think he presents challenges outside of throwing, but using his legs. And historically, Wisconsin, I feel like in Wisconsin sports, even Packers looped in, we've always struggled with mobile quarterbacks. Michael Vick still haunts me to this day from that Packer playoff game in 2004.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think, that's going to be another element of the team speed on defenses. Can we contain Finn? And then if he does get out of the pocket, can we chase him down? Because he has speed to create separation and can be a headache, honestly.
Yep. No, absolutely. I do think, though, it's like big thing is our linebackers are faster. When these guys end up graduating or going to the NFL, I don't think they're going to be running 4.8 and 4.9 40s. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I was on the Discord the other day, and people are praising John Meta because he's in the NFL. And don't get me wrong, he's getting a paycheck in the NFL. Great for him. He had 6 tackles. It's like he's a special teamer. That's great for him. But is that kind of where we're at? It's kind of even like our offensive linemen that we're saying in the league. I mean, you get Tyler Beach or whatever, and you get these guys that it's like undrafted free agent. Yeah, they make the team because they can play guard and stuff, but they're not starting anymore. It's like that's what we became. We became we're putting guys in the NFL, but they're undrafted free agents and they're good backups because they're good Wisconsin guys, and it's like I want more talented guys going in the first round again. It's like that's what Haywood's supposed to be. It's like.
Well, we were at the draft. I mean, like Minnesota's putting guys in the draft. Illinois putting guys in the draft. Iowa. Like, we should be competing with those guys for draft. I mean, and for draft pick space or slots. But,
Yeah.
Fickell's brought in some good youth, and this is now like the first year I think we can say that Fickell's recruiting, is it as hyped on the field as it is on paper? Because I can see a guy like Emerson Mandel being an NFL draft pick in the top 60 picks.
Yep.
Like, if he's as hyped as we're told. I mean, you mentioned Kevin Haywood. We're bringing some really talented kids in 26, which we can talk about later at some other episode. But let's see what happens.
I mean,
for
Dylan Jones, my guy, Dylan Jones.
Absolutely. No, but for the fans listening, put your predictions in the comments. What are you feeling about this game? What's your score prediction? Robbie and I are about to drop our score predictions here. We want to hear from you. We also are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. So wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. We're going to be pumping out content all football season, doing previews for Wisconsin football. If you're into Green Bay Packers, we'll be dropping tons of Packer content too. But yeah, so we're super pumped for this season. But Robbie, the drum roll, please. Without further ado, what is your prediction tomorrow night? 8 o'clock under the lights with the wristbands, with the new LED lights, the Jeff Grimes era for offense coming to fruition. What's your prediction tomorrow night?
Yeah, give me 45-17.
So they cover the spread, and the spread is 17.5 Wisconsin. It's actually been bouncing around down at 15.5. And then the over-under is at 41.5. Opened at 39.5, so a lot of people putting the over. I'm with you, Robbie. I have us scoring a little bit less. I have us at 38-17.
38. I almost went there, and then I said give him another touchdown.
Yeah, and I honestly think Miami gets a kind of a garbage time touchdown at the end. I think that final score feels closer to what it's going to be. But I think both of us feel a convincing win, and that's if we boil it all down, score whatever score you want. We want a convincing win. We want to come out of this game feeling good, saying, wow, like we put our foot on their throat. We have better talent than these schools. We can execute at a high level.
Yeah.
And I also want to look at penalties. That's another thing I really want to focus on tomorrow too, is can we play clean football and not turn the ball over?
Yeah.
And keep it simple, stupid. I mean, that's one of the things I was told all the time growing in school. Keep it simple, stupid. Just run the football. Billy, when you throw the ball, protect it, make smart decisions. And I think it'll go a long way tomorrow. We have the talent advantage. The boys are going to be hyped. They expect a little bit of nervous energy from the team probably early on, just getting some of that cobwebs kicked out. So don't be shocked at the first quarter. It's like it might be 0-0 in the end of the first quarter. I wouldn't panic. Just trust your eyes, trust your gut.
I would panic. I'd panic after being there last year. If it's 0-0 at the end, unless we're like methodically just running the ball. But even then, it's like I still think Grimes will play with some pace too.
I'm just saying first quarter because it's the first game of the new regime. People are, just they're humans. They're gonna be hyped.
I have expectations for them.
That's fine. I expect a big win. So I expect, if we scored nothing in the first quarter, that we're gonna blow them out in the second, third, and fourth. But I'm just trying to keep expectations a little at bay because. You roll out a new scheme, you roll out new players, like it's not going to look pretty. I mean, you hope it does. Maybe it does, and we're freaking pumped. But, go ahead. I was going to say some content tomorrow. We're going to be dropping some shorts after the game, with our initial thoughts and feedback. Maybe we're feeling excited and go live. We'll see. But right now we're planning on dropping some shorts and doing some sort of post game the following night or later on in the weekend. So I'm pumped, man. I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah, no. Like I said on the last show, it's like my confidence 5.75 for the whole season. Offensive line, a little lower. Defensive line, it's like so. That's where I'm saying like my expectations are higher because my expectations are high, and that's why my confidence is low. I guess if that makes sense. So what we need to do, smash these guys in the mouth tomorrow, and let's build that confidence for me and the whole team. Hopefully. We're talking about a win tomorrow, guys. Listen, get ready for those shorts coming. And thank you for tuning in to Locked On. Not Locked On Badger. I almost said Locked On. Man, watching too many Ryan Herrings. Badger Pack Sports.
Wisconsin,
have a good one.
Baby.